Mm. Oh, man. Tova. Hi, Tova. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Learn your springs. Learn your springs. Yeah? You think so? Do you think so? Really? Really? Oh, really? Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh. You're so abused. You're so abused. Hello. Oh, stop. Just waiting to see if we're going to have anybody else hop on. I know it's late. Oh, I know. Just doing our normal shadow work Sunday stuff. Seeing if we have any people hop on. I know I've kind of been out of the loop. Hello, Christine. How are you? Huh. I know we've kind of been out of the loop lately, haven't we? Yeah. Been busy. We've been busy, haven't we? Yes, I know. I know you're a good girl. Are you a good girl? Yeah. So. Thanks, Christine. This is Tova. Oh, stop. Over here. Yeah. There, that's Tova. Hi, Corinne. How's things? I know. Stop. Good girl. You do have a calm button. No, stop licking me. Stop licking me. Oh, good. I hope the warm weather is starting to help people kind of like feel better about things, because I definitely know the having more of the sunshine, the warm weather has been beneficial here for sure. That's for sure. Yes, you're a good girl. So I just wanted to hop on and catch up on one of the shadow work pages, way behind of where Ellie, BRBs, okay, way behind of where I really wanted to be by now, but life happens, right? Between haulings and trips and things, we're getting through it. It's definitely been it's been a rough week. Talking with my counselor about having the kids home has really thrown off the schedule of what I normally do. Almost every morning out there doing lives with you guys for the chores, updating as things go on. I did at least a Geek Out Wednesday a couple weeks ago. I did not get one done this week. Thursday, maybe I did do it. Was it this week? No, it wasn't. It was last week. Because the kids weren't home. On Thursday, I haven't been doing the stones, just because I'm so busy trying to get track of making sure packages are going out for people. And, the kids are home this week, and that was throwing everything off. No, don't lick me. Just, why are you burying your head? Would you just settle? Just settle. If you can't settle, you can get down. No. Boundaries. No boundaries. Thank you. No. Thank you. Oh, good girl. So, a couple of the quarantine horses will end up going home this week. Doll, one of the boarding quarantines, is going home. Then we can definitely get that stall fixed, because she's living in that stall. Now that my dad's feeling better, we're going to attack it and try to get the support beams back into place the way it should be, and not like hang out over top of the barn roof as it, or the ceiling, as kind of making it slightly unstable. And then we should be getting the wall put back into place where it needs to go. Then we can put Dragon back in there. Hey, Erica! Get Dragon put back in his normal stall. And hopefully, yeah, be on the level again. And I know that Billy and I will definitely be tackling a lot of the work that is overdue in the barn this week. Between tackling some of the really bad stalls that have not been caught up with, and I will be going out and actually handling and working a lot more of the horses this week during the days. So I probably won't be doing as many like afternoon lives of like, the 1 o'clock time frames. Like I probably won't have the Geek Out Wednesday and the Stone Thursdays, and definitely Take Me to the Barn. It'll probably be like Take Me to the Barn Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday type situations more than anything this week. If you're on the subscriber page, I'll be leaving the subscriber page on a running live for probably about a couple hours in the barn. Everybody will have access to when I do lives working the horses. And yeah, I don't know. But other than that, I mean, that's what's kind of been going on down here. We had the kids' party today. So while the kids were born in December, because it's 5 days before the holiday, and I'm probably missing comments. Hey, Sue, or not. I don't know. I can't ever tell some days. At least back. Hey, Tina. Charlene. The kids being born in December and 5 days before Christmas, they kind of miss out on that ability to have time frame of having a birthday party with their classmates from school. And so between schedules and drama and actually getting something scheduled in, which didn't matter anyway, they were supposed to have their birthday party, post-birthday party with their classmates today. And out of 30 kids that were invited, only 3 showed up. And then on top of that, the hall that we were supposedly rented, they never showed up to unlock the doors. So we had a birthday party in the hallway of the building where I was like, I could have done this someplace else. I bought 2 sheets of pizza, 4 dozen cupcakes, and it just, I was like, are you kidding me? Really? Like, what happened to taking your kids to their classmates' birthday parties? Like, kids want to be kids and have fun with each other, and then this is what happens? Like, nothing? I was extremely disappointed and felt a little bit inadequate as a mom today. So that sucked. That really sucked. I mean, of the parents that brought their kids, at least they were understanding of the mishap with the gym being locked, and were pretty much, like okay with what was going on. They hung out for 2 hours, so I was like, here's pizza, here's the cupcakes, like we found tables and chairs that we were able to offer, at least for the kids to be able to sit at and use, and they pretty much ran the hall for 2 hours. I don't think that's fair. Like, what is wrong with taking your kids to other kids' birthday parties? Like, why not? Why not? I try to go to all of the ones that we're invited to, and there's always a good attendance. At one of them, it's bowling the last 2 years. There's like 7 or 8 kids. And then at the one we just went to last week, like, there's like 10 or 12. I was like, okay, great, cool. I'll expect about maybe 7. 3. Like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand, like, what's the issue here? So, I don't know. The last couple of days, last night it kind of hit me in the evening where I was like, I was thinking about going live and then I just didn't. I sat on the couch and I was like, I'm just not feeling this today. I'm not feeling this whatsoever. I tried turning on TV. The TV wasn't even like comforting, because sometimes you can turn on a TV show that you like, or you can turn on something and, sometimes it just kind of gives you that extra, like, yeah, I feel better about this. No. No, I know it's not anything that I did as a mom, and I understand it's people, and maybe it is people have become lazy, but like that's not. What kind of lifestyle is that for your kids? Like that you don't support the celebrations of other people. Like we should absolutely be supporting the celebrations of other people, regardless of what's going on, or who they are, or what you think of them. Like celebrate it. It's like when you're on Facebook and you're scrolling through comments and posts and stuff, and like on people that I don't even actually know, but somehow I'm friends with them, like, somebody will say something sad about their horses or their pets or whatever, or the celebrations of people are so rude at kid parties. Yeah. Yeah, and I agree, Ellie. It's not teaching them the right things. And it shouldn't be the norm. The norm should be like when I was growing up, like we had birthday parties. And you don't always have to like the person. But if you got invited, you went because like you got invited. It was cool. And you go and you try to have a good time. And there's always at least 10 to 12 kids at a party. Always 10 to 12 kids. You could count on a dozen at least to show up. We only had 13 kids in my class, and there was like 15 kids that would show up. Like, so it's not right. Yeah, and same, Ellie. Like, if it fits on our schedule, we go. And like one of the kids, the only kid that showed up from Leon's classroom, just got back from Florida yesterday on some vacation trip or whatever. And they came back from Florida yesterday and came to the birthday party today. Like, that's awesome. And I'm going to go through later and be like super thank you to those parents that actually did show up today. Be like, really thanks. Hey, Penny, really thank you for actually coming, because it really means a lot to me that they did that for my kids. I don't get it. I don't understand. So, like I was saying though, we should celebrate the things for people that are doing well. It makes them feel happy to share and to be able to like be openly expressive about what's going on or how they should feel about something. Unless you're having an offsite expensive theme party, kids don't show up. I think that's ridiculous. I absolutely think that's ridiculous. I mean, Lily wanted Bluey, Liam wanted Batman, and so like the cupcakes we bought were black and yellow and blue. Well, I wanted blue and orange, but Jim ordered and wasn't thinking about it. Hey, Christine. And there's nothing around here to do like something crazy and inventive. Unless you drive to Buffalo, and not many parents want to drive to Buffalo or Erie or wherever, because it'd be great. Like we were at the Erie Zoo 2 summers ago. This summer, I don't remember which one. 2 summers ago, we always talk to bring a gift. Maybe some people still go by that road, don't want to take the time. I always take a gift. I don't care what it is. If we run into the Dollar Tree because I run out of time and I put a whole bunch of things together, or we run to Walmart and we buy something really quick for them on the way, or whatever. ADHD and I forget, Fun cupcakes. Right, yeah, exactly. Always take a gift. They're not expected for my kids, but they're appreciated. But we went to the Erie Zoo and they were having birthday parties at the zoo. Like, that would be awesome. What parent is going to drive an hour or like an hour and a half to the Buffalo Zoo for a birthday party? Like, we just don't have any place around here that is like crazy and amazing and fun, and actually the only like party place is closing because there's not enough income coming in to keep it open. And I suspect a lot of that is going to be, we're going to be seeing a lot more of that the next few years. My daughter's birthday is December. I would have had a party for her. Her only 2 kids would show, and now she's 14. Yeah, I don't think it's right. I don't get it. I don't understand the thought and the concept of not going to kids' birthday parties. Like, what do we do then? Like, you just sit at home and go, oh, here's a little cupcake, congratulations, happy job, and okay, done. Like, I understand when you hit, like, 15, 16, 17, like, not really into the birthday party scene. But they're kids. They're kids. I don't know. I quit counting. I'm like, I don't know when my birthday is. Whatever. My mother texted me today, do you have any plans? No. No plans. I'm not planning anything. I have no idea what's going on. So. Anyway, my mother just texted, plan on dinner at Beef and Barrel on Tuesday night. I guess I'm going out to dinner on Tuesday night. Yeah, we have Chuck E. Cheese still in Buffalo. But again, I don't know any parents that go up there. I could offer. Winter birthdays are harder. They absolutely are. Winter birthdays are the worst. And that's when we were trying to have our kids. Like, I told Jim, I don't want them born in December. I don't want them born between October and March. Preferably May, June, July, August. June, July, August would be better. Even into September is fine. And 5 days before Christmas. And, yeah, I know, Tina. I know what day my birthday is. I'm being constantly reminded lately of when my birthday is, so I can't forget now. Somebody did ask me the other day, I'm like, when's your birthday? I don't know. Not keeping track. Yeah, it sucks to have winter birthdays. I'm a February baby. Like, it's the worst because you don't get to go out and do fun things. You can't take your friends to the carnival. You can't take them to the fairs. You can't do, like, I don't know, any of the cool, fun outdoor stuff that way. Birthday parties at the park and underneath the pavilion by the lake. Your sister was born on Christmas Eve. Oh, that sucks for her. That sucks for her. And I don't want to cut them short either. So, like, I always make sure that they get some presents and stuff. Oh, no, Elisa, don't say it. You're fine. You're fine. I don't want to cut them short because, Christmas and the New Year's and everything going on. So, like, I always make sure that they have their time. And, we talked about doing the half birthdays. So, like, instead of celebrating in December, we would celebrate in, June? So, December 19th, so you understand. Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, maybe we do one of those, like, half birthday celebration type things one of these years and explain to them, here, we understand that being born in the winter sucks. And so we're going to do something during the summer for you guys. And then, but I don't want them to turn around in December and go, oh, yeah, we want to have a big party, But I mean, that's why we did the aquariums and the zoos and the stuff this year, too, to just kind of, like, do things with them. But happy birthday now. Oh, well, thank you. Lucky you being a June baby. That's not fair. I always had to share my birthday as a kid with a cousin, because one of my cousins was born in February, too. So hers was before mine, and so we always had a joint birthday party. And I was like, this kind of sucks. My daughter's birthday is September 11th. She turned 18, just got into college when 9/11. Ow, what a day to remember. My cousin was born that day as well. Yeah. That sucks. So I don't know, but I mean, we're going to continue to send the invites out and nag people. These are options. Like we do the Halloween party. We're going to do the same thing for every class every year. Here's your Halloween invite. Here's your birthday invite. Here's your Halloween invite. Here's your birthday invite. Like, it's your choice to do it or not. Like, I don't think it's fair that the kids don't get that, celebration. So we have a birthday celebration this summer. Lots of kids, 4-wheeler tracks, kids can ride. I think instead of like calling it a birthday party, we're just gonna do like a summer party and just kind of like invite the kids over to have fun or something. I don't know yet, but probably when they hit like 8, 9, 10 instead though. Yeah, I don't count either anymore. I have to pull out the calculator to figure out how old I am. I don't actually pay attention. My sister and I are the same age for 16 days. Hers is March 2nd, mine's March 18th. March is coming up quick there, Ellie. So, but yeah, I mean, that's what happened today. But it kind of like sucks as a mom, to have that and watch that. And so, like, Lily got 2 birthday presents from classmates, and Liam got 1, but he also got cash as well as gift. And, like, I'm going to make sure he writes a thank you to that family. And Lily was like, I didn't get money. And Liam's like, I only got 1. And I was like, sorry, you guys, like, I can't fix this. Like, I didn't bring you guys gifts to have at the party. So, did y'all have fun today? Yeah, I was just explaining how much it kind of sucked, actually. Oh, my poor kids. My poor kids. So, Stacy, here's the short. The hall that we rented never got opened, so we had the birthday party in the hallway. 3 kids out of 30 showed up, and I made it work, and I feel better as a parent. So yeah, but they had fun, and that's all that matters, really. Just sucks. I'm already like pre-teary for going into this tonight. So yeah. But anyway, I mean, I hope the rest of you guys had a good weekend and a good Sunday. I'm on later because the guys are here playing cards with me tonight. We play what's called Magic. I know I've explained that to you guys before. Some of you guys might know, don't know. It's a card game. Magnetic. But it's a card game based around, like, different things. So, get with a friend, take them ice fishing. I don't even like being on an ice. I don't even know if we have anything around here that's thick enough to go ice fishing because the weather has been stable enough to do that. So, good evening, Ain. Hello. So yeah, we stayed here tonight and we were playing this. We were 2 hours playing on my I had a dinosaur deck and the other guys had something else, but yeah, I don't know if we have any place around here we can ice fish. We do have a skating rink, and they've never gone ice skating before, so that's probably next year's project is to get the kids ice skating. I don't know yet. Let's see how that goes. They suck at roller skating as much as they try. Yeah. Tina, that sucks. Why do cops have to be asses? Not all are, and I realize that, but still. Like, there are some out there that it's like, dude, really? Really? I'm sorry. My kids brought food for the poor animals to the shelter instead of gifts. We can't go bowling locally because all of our bowling alleys have closed. You know how sad that is? Sad. Post your address and ask people to send them a birthday card. Well, we could do that for this coming birthday. Like, technically, like I said, their birthday was in December. So, like, this was for their classmates. So, maybe we'll do that this new December coming up for 25. They would love that. So, they would actually absolutely love that. Yeah. Maybe we'll do that this year. Bright side, back to school. Oh, I know. Oh my God. I can't wait. I'm going to be out in the barn like all day tomorrow. Your movie theater closed. Because it's a state park. Oh, that's why. Yeah, them park police are jacks some days. The bowling alleys have closed? Yes. So Olean used to have a really massive big one. It was like, I don't know. It was like 45 lanes. Yeah, I know Bradford's still open. But like the one Olean used to have like 45, 44 lanes. And like that's where I learned to bowl. And then the guy died and it sat empty. And then they sold it, bulldozed it. Somebody else built a Good Times. And they called it Good Times of Olean. So it's got like mini golf and volleyball courts. And they did concerts in there. And they've got bowling alley. And they've got, they had some arcade games. It's closed again. It's been closed twice and up for sale yet again. So the local bowling alley around here is closed. There's still one in town across the border into Pennsylvania, and there's still one in Salamanca, which is a half hour the other direction. So I don't really know what we're going to do. There's literally like no place around here to hold birthday parties. Literally nothing left. The local pizza parlors used to do stuff. They don't do that anymore. Want to see what shout out you mentioned yet? Thanks, Ellie. Late to the party. Well, that's okay, Christine. At least you showed up. So yeah, we were actually talking about that among the parents today while we were watching the kids run up and down the hallway of what do we do? Like literally what do we do? There's nothing around here. Literally nothing. So yeah, we'll see. Our tribal casino has a fantastic rec center, bowling, laser tag, video games, and pizza parties. I'm jealous. Freaking jealous. I would take that. I would so take that. Tina, get on that. Let's make sure that El Salamanca starts doing that shit. We gotta start talking to our Indian friends. Say, hey, you guys need to do this. Hi, what's shadow work? Oh, well, let's just jump right into it. So yeah, anyway, that was our day. And that's how sad this place is. At least this area. So Reenie's jumping right into this here and asking what the shadow work is. And some of you guys don't, and I've actually seen comments, what is shadow work? What are you talking about? So as a reintroduction here really quickly, Tuesday, remember, if you can go live during, I know. I did find my book. I did find it. It was in my chair. We have horses in the barn. Is that an option? In the cold. Yeah, I'm not doing it in the cold. My barn and stuff is not heated, and with these single degree digits that we've had, yeah, definitely not doing that in the weather. That's for sure. That's a during the summer thing, and I'm not doing that during the winter. Yeah. And I don't offer that out to the public because that's like insurance issues and in dealing with kids and having enough horses kids can ride. And no, thank you. Not interested into that income whatsoever. Not at all. But I know there's one barn around here that does it. And let's just say that her and I don't meet eye to eye. And yeah. I wouldn't, no, that's okay. I'm gonna leave that there. Yeah. You could always rent a pool at one of the hotels for a day and have a birthday party there or at Allegheny High School. Well, that's where we were. It was at the old Allegheny High School, Tina. Indoor water parks, pool at a hotel. No indoor water parks other than 2 hours west. Hotels with indoor pools around here. I don't actually know. To be honest with you, I don't actually know. I'd have to check. I didn't actually think about that. I'll be honest. Never even thought about that. Ideas. Definitely ideas. For sure. All right. So yeah, I'm going to go into the shadow work part, and Reedy's jumping on here, and she's, what is shadow work? So shadow work is laser tag. There's no laser tag around here, and I don't have the stuff to do it. Yeah, no, this is a pretty sad area, you guys. We used to have airsoft. They don't do that anymore either. Yeah, we'll probably end up doing that, Ellie. That's something that I end up doing when I hit like 12, 13, 14, is we would pick a friend and take them up to like an amusement park for the day. Yeah, I know, Rainey. I know. Trust me, I get it. All right. People have asked, like I said, about what is shadow work, and essentially, shadow work is not anything to do with dark side or evil or anything like that. It literally is just trying to recognize the unconsciousness of our actions, of our behaviors, of our decisions, and our. I thought Skateland closed, Tina. I might be wrong. I thought they closed. Why do we act the way we act? Hey, Steph. Why do we behave the way we behave? How we react to people? Our choices that we make with our lives. We have a YMCA with indoor pool and camp birthday party. Yeah, we actually do have a YMCA. I'm gonna have to see what that has to offer for next time. We study that in Buddhism. Right, exactly. What is that unconsciousness of ourselves that we don't typically recognize? Why do we do what we do? Why do we react? How do we react? What are these triggers? What are the triggers that cause things? What are these traits about ourselves we don't like, and why is that? How do we, hey Devin, by the way, how do we heal from the negative emotions? Oh, it's still open. Well, I'll have to check into that then. I didn't think they were still open. I thought they were closed. What are the experiences, the memories, and the traumas that we try not to remember or cause us to do things, and why? Type of deal. So the shadow work book that I'm going through is one that I picked out, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago. It's called Into the Wild. You can get it on Amazon. It's the one I have that I chose that I really enjoyed going through originally. And there's so many shadow work books out there. You can get whatever you'd like. But this is kind of like a simple, easy one. It's not real big. But it definitely makes you think about things. And, you know, why do we do what we do? Right? So this is, are these actually numbered appropriately? They are. This is actually the 8th one I've been able to get into with you guys because of timing and scheduling and stuff like that. Tonight's is about maturity in different levels, okay? Would you describe your behavior as mature? Like, you yourself, are you a mature person in what behaviors that you do? Are there times or instances when you feel you act immaturely? Oh yeah, definitely do. Definitely do. What would these closest to you say about your maturity level? And I don't know if maturity. Yeah, funny, maturity. What is that? I don't know. What is that? I don't know that maturity and professionalism are the same in some sort. They can be. I definitely try to say that I definitely try to think that I act maturely in many cases. I use it when I'm supposed to, right? Yeah. Yeah, I definitely I definitely try to. Maturity is a big topic. Covers many, many behaviors. Yes, it does. Yes, yes, it does. Man, this is a hard one. I definitely say I've acted immature in cases. So, like, when I'm around or with people where I'm like, I know I can cut loose and just kind of like not worry about what people are thinking, not having to think about like what my attitude is going to be or how I'm going to be seen in that moment. Immaturity comes from our inner child. Well, yeah, of course it does. You're right. My inner child didn't have a lot of immaturity. I grew up very quickly for my age. I think to get through my life, I need to have a bit of childlike attitude. I definitely agree with that statement. I think you're right. You definitely have to have some sort of a little bit of a let loose and let go and try to keep yourself on a level. I mean, to sit and have to be stern like adults all the time, screw that. No, forget it. I know I've had a rough week of trying to be the mature person in the family, and it's like, God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this today. 70 going on 17. Nice. You can be emotionally mature, cognitively mature. Well, sure, yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes I have to, but I try too hard. Yeah. I think if you're going to break it down like emotionally, cognitively, unconsciously, consciously, I think behaviorally, I definitely try to act mature. One, because I don't have time otherwise not to. I know I have to be the shoulders and the strong ones to try to help get through the days, especially with the kids. Sometimes the older one, as much as I love him, I definitely have to be the mature person in the situation. Times or instances where I feel like I act immature, though, would just, like I said, be around my friends, people that I can trust. Sometimes when I get to play with the kids and have a good time with them, I really feel like the impulses where I want to be immature, especially online, and say things that I probably shouldn't say or post. But I think we all do that. Immaturity is a defense mechanism. Huh. I never thought of that. What does that look like for you, Ellie? I'm just curious. I'm actually curious. Like, this is not something I've actually thought about a lot. Like, you can sit. My job keeps me serious and professional more than I should. Oh, I understand that. That's what my state job was like. I hated that. Because, like, you've got to be on the ball, like, hard ass all the time. And then, like, you want to joke around, but you don't know if you can. Because then they're going to turn you in for something for being immature or unprofessional. And then it's like, you're a human being too. Like, you're an adult. Do you want to have to do that all the time? Like, literally all the time? Like, can't we have like a professional understanding here of like, okay, here's me being the hard ass. Okay, now here's me being like not. Like, there were some there were definitely some inspections where I knew I could walk into and they'd be like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And you could be really loose and kind of like didn't have to be the hard ass, but there were definitely some that you're like, you had to be on the ball all the time or else they were going to go after you. It sucks, Rini. Yes. Yes, it does. It does. In stressful situational work, I might choose to give an immature. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, Tina's seen my immature side. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting, for sure. Yeah, no, that was one of the things, like, just having to deal with that was awful. A book called Don't Bite the Hook by Pema Chödrön that talks about this. Interesting. Do I have a pen? I have a marker. Oh, I do have a pen. I want to write that down. And then a perfectionist just make it worse. Ew. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't bite the hook. Don't. If I could write CHELDRON. Okay. It does easy and less with anxiety. Yeah, I can get you there. I have to feel comfortable around a person to know my childlike actions regarding fun and letting my hair down. A longtime friend is one I can do that with, and I've embarrassed her many times by waving strangers or driving on a chocolate while I sing Star Spangled Banner in the store. I miss having people that I can do that with. And actually, that's a whole different part of the segment I could talk about. But that's later. Actually, next time's is very similar to how I've been feeling more lately than this. So, that sucks. But, yeah, I could see that. With you being, with us having like that safety, security net, a feeling of like who's okay to do that with and who's not okay to do that with. I felt like when I had the board, the really full board members with the rescue under Last Chance Rescue and Relief, there were a couple of people in there that I felt like I could not let my hair down and just kind of be me. And now with what changes are coming around, like I definitely feel like I'm able to be more of who I am myself rather than having to be this hard-ass person running both the bailout and the rescue and this and that and trying to meet everybody's needs and stuff like that. But yeah, it sucks. Always so serious. I hate having to be serious. That's for sure. I love her books. I listened to all of them. She's a Buddhist nun that I started listening to when I got sober. Talks about different hooks and why we have them. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to check that one out, Devin. Yeah, when I have money, Tina. Probably. Come hang out in the barn with us. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I'm in the barn, not on camera, I'm definitely a lot different person. A little bit. Because I don't have to watch what I say. I definitely feel like there are some things on here that I have to be careful that I say for, because some people worry about, I worry about PG things too. But there's things that people watch and then they run off with to ears and they don't get it right. And then it's just ridiculous. It's a shame that people have to hide their true selves in our society. Yes. Yes. We shouldn't have to. We should not have to mask ourselves. And that includes being what our maturity levels are and everything else. I mean, there are definitely some people that I know that they don't give two shits about what another person thinks of them and how they act. And it's not fair that we should be judged by us being able to have a good time with ourselves or being able to just kind of just let loose and not have to worry and stress about things. Sounds fear-based. Well, it's all kind of fear-based in a way, I think. it depends on our traumas and the things that we've had to deal with. I feel it's important to allow a person to be who they want around you by putting off that you expect them to suppress seems selfish to me. Yeah. You kind of feel like you have to meet that mold of what somebody thinks, who you are, or what they expect you to be. And you feel like you have to kind of like find that happy medium between what do you think that they should see you as and what they're expecting. I don't know, but it's not fair and it's not right. The barn of my horse is my escape. I can dress bummy and get dirty. Yeah. Yeah. No, we shouldn't have to hide. Well, because it makes them comfortable. Well, yeah, I know, right? I get that part. I really do. A long time ago with a sick mom, handling all the bills and a full-time job after losing a mother and forced retirement, I had to learn to find my inner child again. I'm sorry, Cindy. That's got to be hard. That's going to be really hard. I don't think that I've ever really lost the inner child. I've definitely, like, drifted connection. But I don't think I've ever lost. I'm sorry for that. That sucks. That's not fair. It's not fair at all. But yeah, it does make them comfortable. So like we have to meet what their expectations are rather than who we actually are. Like, so I have a friend that I don't talk to as much as I want to because I worry about how they're going to perceive my communication as to be something else than what I think it is, even though I could say exactly what I'm doing. Because I'm worried about how they feel that what I'm doing is either immature or not. And that's actually something I've been battling with the last couple of days in my head too. I'm not sure how much I got to be a kid. We had 5 kids. My mother was not the best, so I matured quickly and became the caretaker when I was 5. Oh, so you're experiencing what next door is doing to theirs. Yeah, that sucks. Yes, there's some rude people and heartless out there, especially in corporate jobs. Retail is one. Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I don't think it's fair for kids that have to grow up taking care of their siblings. That's not them being a kid, and that's not them having a good life, I don't think. Never expect you to never be disappointed. I forget that one often. Why do we care so much about others? Sucks being a good person today. Yeah. No, you're right. You're both right. Stacy and Rainey, you're both right. Yep. I think the last 6 months of 24 ripped apart families and friendships. Yes. It's been a struggle to find a lot of good relationships. To kind of drift away from the topic here, because I'm really having a hard time with this. I might have to come back to this one next time. I'm probably going to take the book upstairs and go, yeah, about that. Struggle to find relationships definitely is a big thing, I think. My dad had PTSD. It was hard going with him going through that. Yeah, I could see that be a problem. Wow. I didn't grow up with anything like that. I can't say that I did. I grew up in a pretty solid household. My mother and my father are always been together. But I mean, there were different things, like how I'd react to my mother versus my father, but never anything where I had to question, my growing up in the family and the household. But on the whole finding connecting relationships and stuff, like I know the last couple of days I've felt disconnected from things. And like, I know that he didn't know what was happening until he got home. Well, that's good. At least he's got that. Like, I know that I have you guys on here. I know a bunch of you guys, if I messaged and said, hey, I just need to vent, you guys would be fine. And I know that part. When I was growing up with my mom, it was more like I was the parent, she was the child. So I think that I missed out on a lot of my childhood. I feel now I should allow myself to be childish. Absolutely. Absolutely, Christine. Why not? You only live once. Take advantage of what you can do for yourself and have that child. Be that child. You guys can be like, between, I don't know, we're going to say 18 to 99, and you can still be a child. Who cares? Do you guys? Vent anytime. Thanks, Steph. I was going to school to become a medical assistant, and on occasion I had my oldest son watching his siblings while I was in school. I felt incredibly guilty. My mom refused to help at all. I'm sorry, Stacy. That sucks. That's hard. Yeah. I can see where you feel guilty, but I mean, you as a mom had to do what you needed to do in the situations you had. Like, you did your best. And as long as your kid, like, understood that or does understand that, I'm not sure which one is which here. You did what you could do and what you had, and you don't put yourself down for that. It's not worth it. But I feel you. She does a lot of her talks on YouTube. They helped me through some pretty dark times. Do you have a library card? I think I have the New York City Library. In New York, you can rent Kindle books for free on your account. I know my husband's got it. I'd rather be me and not care what others think than always have someone to be not. Yeah. I'm opposite. I had the best parents in childhood. I found myself apologizing for it. Susan, yeah. I can't say that I had the best, but I definitely had a decent, compared to some of you guys, I definitely had a more decent childhood, for sure. Yeah. Hey, Lori, how's it going? But yeah, I'm trying to learn more to be the person that I am versus the person that people want to see, for sure. But I really want to get out that on the whole communication and connections with people, like, there are certain things that I want to vent about. Did I eat mud? Question is, did you eat mud? The horses made sure I did. How about you? Oh, well, you should replay the first 10 minutes of the live when I repost this. But, and actually this kind of falls into that question. The last couple of days I felt disconnected. I said that part, and I feel like, while you guys are all here willing for me to like vent and talk to and stuff like that, there are certain aspects of my life which I'm not sure are okay to discuss. Oh boy, she says. That are okay to discuss with some of you, and like I worry about what it is. And so there are definitely some things that I can't openly talk about. And I miss having a person that is like, oh my God, did you hear this today? Or, oh my God, like something. And I don't have that. I don't have that. I know Ellie and Tina are really close, to that. That sucks. Jim is, but there are just some things. You know, like you have that person that you have your partner, sure, your husband, your spouse, or whatever, and you can tell them anything. But sometimes you really just need it from one more extra person that sees it more on a different level or understands it more on a different level. Yeah, girl talk things. Men are idiots, exactly. And I don't have that. Like I said, Ellie and Tina are very close to that level, but it's hard. It probably is, Renee. It probably is the self-protection mode. I do need a BFF and a little bit more to that. Yeah, Ellie. You get it. I know you understand what I'm saying. Like I said, I value real the things it's hard to talk to anyone about. Now, okay, so to a one single person that I can just like 100% transparency open to about every little freaking aspect of my life. They have to you got to be like way open minded, and you've got to be like yeah. And I value Ellie and I value Tina because they both understand kind of what I'm talking about, but there's still a one level of connection there that I'm needing. I need a coffee date tomorrow. Yeah. We're just the shadow work stuff, you guys. It's hard. It sucks. So being vulnerable and open. Yeah, Tina. I know. Sounds like you need someone to cry with you. Well, I know Jim would cry with me. It's not even just that. I need somebody like connection on a whole nother level type deal. Christine, I'm sorry that you lost your friend. That sucks. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. It is hard to be vulnerable, especially after I went through this last 4 months. 4 months? I don't know, what? October, November, December, January. Going on to 5 months now. So for last 4.5 months have been really, really troublesome in trust and stuff like that right now. It sucks. It really sucks. Lori, I'm gonna be in the barn all day, so like if you stop by, like sure. You can chit chat, but I'll be in the barn. I really gotta get stuff done since it's gonna be really nice tomorrow. Since my husband died, I'd move. I no longer have a BFF. Why do you think I'm on here? Oh, Susan, hugs. I'm so sorry, lady. Shadow work is hard. I cry every week. Yeah, exactly. You have trust issues. I don't let people get close. I just keep feeling like I get kicked when I'm missing the word, when I help others. Well, Kristen, I'm going to tell you right now, I appreciate the help that you've put in for the rescue. between doing the GoFundMe thing, which I know is not taking off, and I'm sorry for that too, and the videos that you were doing for us, and grabbing the pictures and stuff off of lives, like, I value that stuff, and I appreciate all of that you have put in the work for us. I really do. I'm crying with her. She's not alone. Oh, well, thanks. I had what I thought was the best friend I found myself doing more in the friendship. Yeah, exactly. I feel that. I'm sorry. Unconditional love. Bring her a Coke, no coffee. Yeah, I don't drink coffee. Yeah. Yo, Chris, I feel that. Oh, God, no vanilla Coke. Oh, God, that's gross. That's so gross. Vanilla Coke is gross. Yeah. No, like I said, maybe it's just that, like, distance thing, that Ellie's on the other side of the country and Tina's not been around a lot and just starting to come back into the cycle. Like, I don't know, maybe that's a part of it. But, like, if when Ellie moves in and Tina's back around more, like, maybe that connection would be different and on that other level. Like, because I know they both know about different things that I don't put out there, and so, like, that helps put them on that level where you're, like, in that inner circle. But, like, there's that inner circle, and then there's, like, that inner circle, and, like, I'm lonely on that mini inner circle, and that it sucks. And part of that is that worry of, if I say the wrong thing, they're gone. Again. I think it falls on that whole maturity. Actually, last two things have been something, and I feel safe on here because none of you really know me. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair, Pat. I could see that. To us, you're a name and a profile on Facebook, where I don't know you from anybody else. How do you know who you can trust? It's a risk. Oh, yeah. It's definitely a risk. For sure. Absolutely. Not a risk taker. I try not to be. I know, Ellie. I know you are. The real BFF take a really long time to develop, so it's hard to give enough time and emotional investment to a new person. Same. I feel like you feel like you're going to do something to make someone leave, afraid to say the wrong things. Yeah. Yeah. There's one person. There's one person that I have that I can tell him anything. Literally anything. But he is not the type of person that I can text every single day and be like, hey, okay, guess what? This happened. Or, oh my God, somebody said this to me, or this, that, and another. And it's like some of the other things. We agree to disagree and move on. Or we'll agree and, like, ride each other's faults and laugh through it. Or, any of that. But again, he's not a person that I can text every single day. And that's what I need. I need somebody that I can text, like, every single day, and pictures and videos and memes and stuff like that. And it's just like, he has that inner circle trust, but I can't do that communication with him, which is just frustrating. I don't have close friends. That's why I enjoyed letting me talk to you about stuff. Some of the stuff I've told you about my two girls. I know. Your stuff is safe with me. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm not going to let it out unless somebody says something otherwise, or, you say that it's okay to this person. Or if they talk to me like they already know it, then yeah. But other than that, no. I know that. It would take more than saying something wrong to lose. We have been through a lot. No, you can't trust family all the time. Yeah. I did that. She's still backstabbing me. Bitch. But not even on topic of what it was supposed to be tonight. But yeah. No, so that's really what's going through my head tonight. The last couple of days. But oh, sure, Megan. Absolutely. And like I said, I know I've got a couple of people who are like really close on that inside. It's just I just need more time. I need more time. Just, yeah. You know, trying to build that connection. Like I said, I know that I've got a bunch of you guys like here. Like if I said, what triggered this for me? What triggered this for me? Yeah, I know, Ellie. I know. Oh, Kristen, that's awesome. At least that's something. Let's see. Let's there's no bad pattern. There's no deadline. I know, I know. I know. I know. You know, I think a part of it is hard because you go from being this person with 41,000 followers on this page that you're recognized and this and that. And then when you step away from that and you just do your own thing and you know who the true followers are because you guys are still here. Yes, I know, Stacy. I'm going to answer it. I got to get this out. And you know who the true followers are because you guys are still here and you're still following and you're still like interacting and commenting here and being community and you're amazing and you're all amazing. And but it's still so weird to go from this to this and to still try to find yourself in between of that change and what's been going on. And trying to figure out what's still okay more than anything. Chang it to chatting with Emily. I worry about sending you stuff all the time. Don't worry. Send me whatever you guys want to send. Don't worry about it. Don't delete things either. If you send it to me, don't delete it. It's not worth it. I'll laugh at it. I'll chuckle at it. I'll scroll on by. Whatever. Don't. The only family I can trust are the ones I gave birth to and their spouses. I whitewash everything because it's easier. I understand that, Amy. I do. It's like when my dad retired, he felt lost until he found things that made him happy to do. It's really weird to go from what I built to rebuilding or to still hanging out with you guys on here. And then to go and seeing like who the true followers are, who the true people are that want to stay and hang out and around. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm trying to work through this, Stacy. You know, and the phone doesn't go off as much as it used to, which is really nice, by the way. Not having to answer all them stupid messages for the bailout anymore. And now trying to figure out who I am. So I've got that little bit of an empty hole that I'm dealing with. Okay. So that's part one. Part two is this other drama and this hole that I've had to deal with the barn and Megan and Billy and all of that. Like having to fill in where does that all process? You know, she's here, she's not here. He's here, he's helping me. Some days he's not helping. I told her to get out. He wants to stay. And I'm trying to figure out all of that in between. And then trying to shuffle barn work with trying to find a job that will help pay for stuff in that time. And then being mom, they did, definitely, Christine. That's for damn sure. And then being mom and wife and home taker. And then so like the other part of it is the poly side, where for 3 years I had somebody I could talk to every single day. And that's not there anymore. And then, like I said, like I've got this other friend that I could say anything in the world, but I can't talk to him every single day. And so, like, there's that hole in that. And so, like, I think a combination of all of this stuff coming around, like, developed that loneliness within all of it, trying to find myself. And this whole, like, last month or whatever to just kind of figure it all out. That space. I don't know if any of that makes sense to you guys, but yeah. Do what makes you happy. I'm trying. If he wants to stay, he needs to get rid of her. I know. Trust me. We've had conversation lately about that. Maybe you need to close that chapter to focus on your family. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. From what I see, everyone pretty much went with you. That page is nowhere near like it was, and sadly I see it fading out. I don't think it's going to fade out. It's just going to, they have their own adjustment and we have ours. But I know he's been trying to help figure this stuff out the last couple of days. He's definitely stepped up in juggling the kids the last couple of days, allowing me to have space to figure out what's going into my brain. But I think it's some of that readjustment and the I'm not ignoring you. Okay? I don't have a reaction to your comments. I can't react to everybody.
I'm ignoring you.
It's Cousin Dickie.
I'm definitely ignoring you.
So, I mean, I would have expected, between December, January, like having that stuff all like adjusted and figured out and everything here with you guys. But with this whole thing going on with them and this and everything else, like it's not helping. It's not helping. And like we're trying to close that chapter, but like I said, she's dragging her feet on getting out of here, even though, I've told him to get out. And Billy wants to stay for whatever reason until he can get his shit figured out. And so we're kind of like, well, then, figure it out. But, I've got to get the barn to a point where I feel comfortable that I know. Yeah, I agree with you, Rainey. I know. 2025 has been a long year already.
Yeah, it's only February.
Yeah, I know. It's already been a long year.
It's already been a long year.
Yeah. Can we just say, like, life has sucked since 2020 hit? I guess I don't know the details. Don't need to know. I don't care. I would say enjoy the space and sit within it. If you lean into the pain and uncomfortableness, it will lose its grip on you. Unsolicited advice. Well, that's why we're here for tonight. Okay, Shadowworks stuff is for unsolicited advice. It's gonna be great though. Good things are coming. I hope so. I hope so. I keep hoping that one more day it's gonna get better. One more day it's gonna get better. One more day it's gonna get easier. Just want to hide the next 10 months. Yeah. Yeah. Don't remind us really doing some sucky years so far, right? So I don't know. I think it's just a combination of different things and the overwhelmingness of dealing with it all, you know. So if you're torn because of the person, you mean to tell that person what must happen for your well-being. Oh, I've told them what happened. Get out. Ellie, I give her unsolicited advice all the time. Well, and Devin, I mean, that's why I do a lot of this stuff, because sitting here and talking through it and working through it, like, you know, that's why I do it. Sometimes I figure shit out with you guys, and sometimes it doesn't always. But tonight I'm thinking I'm figuring some shit out. So, you know, that's good. It's good. Trying to adjust. Shadowwork deals with the uncomfortable. Yeah, that's for sure. It's exactly it. Stay at home, go out to shop mostly, right? Why can't you make them? I'm trying. I'm literally trying. I wrote up the eviction notice. I've gotten no response other than Billy, like I said, wants to stay. So we made a second agreement with them. And we're still waiting on one of the rental agreements to get signed and given back to us. So yeah. It's like therapy for all of us. Exactly. That's what this is. Yeah. Trying to figure shit out. You know, like I said, well, you know, I think I'm skipping the maturity one for tonight. I'll work on that separately and then I'll... Yeah. Boundaries, my dear. Oh, trust me. Yeah, I know. Eat the cake. Go scream at trains. I could actually do that. I have chocolate cupcakes in the kitchen. I could do that if I wanted to. Why aren't they out? Because she's dragging her fucking feet and I don't want to have to pay for any legal fees. I want to avoid the legal fees if I can at all possible deal with that. But we'll see. Let's let them eat cake. I know you feel for their situation. We have to think about yours. Oh, I know. And train tracks are across the field. No, they're across the river. I have to go across the river to get to the train tracks. Yeah, I know. No, like I said, the stuff's wrote up. And I mailed it to them and no response out of her. Billy wants to stay. I don't want to have to get into the legal stuff. And I know I need to get out. And I know the boundaries need to be laid. The boundaries have been laid. Get the frick out of here. And I know things are leaving because I've watched them take stuff. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not waiting until you could still tell from this side. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to avoid it. Yes, chocolate cupcakes. Yeah, because we ended up with 4 dozen. I'll go hop on a plane. We had 4 dozen cupcakes for the party today, and of course only 3 kids showed up. So I have 2 dozen cupcakes in my kitchen sitting there waiting to get 8. 2 dozen. So yeah, chocolate ice cream. Yum. Yeah, I don't want to deal with the legals. I know it's my property. I know. Actually, Brenda, I do have somebody moving in, but it's not until summer, so yeah. I have vanilla with salted caramel in the freezer. Ew. Don't you own the land? Well, of course I own the land. I don't have a problem with Billy staying. I don't have a problem with Billy staying. Because lately he's... Yeah, only 3 kids showed up. Yeah, he could absolutely get a job. You know, there are places that are affordable to get a job and have and pay for daycare. He's starting to step up in the barn. You know, he's been feeding and taking care of the animals when I couldn't get out there this week, especially with the kids. You know, verifying with me about stuff with the horses. Who goes out, who stays in, how do I want him shuffled, how do I want him moved. He cleaned one of the stalls today, one of the bad ones, thankfully. You know, and making actual, like, hey, what if we did this and this to make this part easier? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's do it. You know, so Billy, Dickie, Billy's one of the guys. That's a whole nother story. We'll talk about it later. He's a guy who helps me in the barn right now. You know, so I am compassionate. I know. I'm hoping things are finally clicking, Stacy. I'm hoping things are finally clicking. I know. No, I think he actually wants it because, like, we've talked about things. I think he actually wants it. But I've also... Yeah. I think he's also, like, downtrodden and broken because of the shit she's dealt for him. And I tell him to make his move faster than he's not doing. So he is fighting for the kids. Comments he's made is that he knows that he needs to take care of it. And he needs to make sure to take care of them. And let's just say, if she tries to take them and run, he's got plans. He's definitely got plans set in place to protect his kids. He would die for those kids. I know that. Billy would die for those kids. So. Dickie, that's a whole nother story. It's a whole nother story. You and I can have that story another day. We're not doing this tonight. That's a whole year-long saga. But, let's just say right now, at this point in time, having Billy in the barn is necessary. I know some people disagree with my opinion on that. But right now, having Billy in the barn is necessary. I'm okay with it. I'm actually comfortable with it. It's not him. It's her. And her dragging out the drama around it. It's her dragging out the space of being here and there. It's the drama of dealing with the cleanup behind her. It's the drama of just the bullshit that she wants to put people through. And right now, with all of the cleanup that has to be done and all of the work that has to be done to put things back in order to make it so it's even viable for me to have to run the barn and take care of the animals by myself and work, I need the extra set of hands to get through it. Because he's finally getting to a point of where he wants to get the barn back to where it needs to be. She needs to let him go. Yeah. Yeah. No, she's just replacing him with a guy with more money. That's all she's doing. And so, like I said, I know people disagree with my opinion and choices around that. Yes, I'm a compassionate person, but right now I'm being a little bit of selfish. No, I need this person. in order to get things back to where they can be, where I can do it by myself. So I'm going to be selfish in that space. But everything else about her, she can go to hell. Literally. Yeah. So, can I file? I'm going to have to go. I'm probably going to have to get to that point. Susan is actually doing that. Appears just sending the one notice in the mail is not going to do it to get her out. Yeah, Kristen, that would be amazing. Nicole, we're just dealing with shadow work stuff tonight and a little bit of an issue that I've developed mentally lately. Yes, Kristen, like I said, no, that's exactly what I need to help make life a lot easier, is the split paddocks and everything like that. I mean, it would be great. We can't even get $1,000 in 2 weeks. We can't even get $1,000 in 2 weeks in order to build up the funds a little bit. That's crazy. So I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And I'm going to have to, sitting down at some point and working on trying to see if we can get more business sponsors some way. I don't know. Yeah. It's sad for the kids, exactly. Yep, Tina's right. It's been my goal since I bought the place. Yeah. Oh, now she wants the contract ASAP. Oh, she can go to hell. Tell her you're making modifications and that you'll agree to those modifications. Well, she can't touch Pony Baby because tomorrow I'm going to hand to Billy and certify mail a letter saying that she is not allowed in the barn whatsoever. And if she is in the barn, and she will be reported for trespassing and all the other stuff. So Cousin Dickie, it's fine. Don't print it off. It's not worth it right now. I know, I keep designing it. Nice. Childish behavior, exactly. It's exactly what she is. She is a child that never grew up. She doesn't want to be a mom. She wants to party. That's exactly it, Stacy. So if I have those no trespassing signs up and she's not allowed on the property, then she can go to hell. She can't touch him. She can't touch him. And oh well. Yeah, I don't understand, Rini. What's the point of it? What's the point? Just take your shit and move on. Cut your losses and leave everybody else alone. It's just that easy. I've done it before to people. I've cut the losses, done. Walked away. It's not worth it. It's not freaking worth it. But she only sees the dollar signs. That's all she's worried about. No, Pat. She doesn't want another horse. She wants the money off the horse. That's what she wants. Yes, agreed, Charlene. He does. He absolutely does. She does think she's untouchable. She's an idiot. She's a freaking idiot. Yeah, exactly. People that just want to party. It's just, you're an adult. You chose to have this. You chose to allow these lives into your world. and then you don't want to take care of them. You don't want to step up. You don't want to take care of any of what's supposed to happen. Be a parent. Be an adult. Stop being a bitch. She abandoned him with not even doing the basics. Yeah, no, you're right, Lori. And that's kind of where we're gonna go at. What horse are we talking about? We're talking about the one that we've called Pony Baby. She started calling him Bourbon, and I think it's a stupid name, and we're not going to. So his name is Pony Baby, and originally she obtained him through our rescue, and our lawyer is currently still getting things settled in Arizona, and she was supposed to call me last week, and it didn't happen. But we were going to talk about options about able to keep him under our rescue. And oh, interesting, Stacy. Very, very interesting. Uh-huh. Nice. So she obtained him through our rescue back when we had the idea and the concept that she wasn't as bad as a person as what she hid from us. And she then decided she was going to sell him to Megan Hale on here. And she blew the price 3 times more than what he's worth at this point. Made a deal that she would train him and work with him over the winter and hasn't touched him whatsoever. Her words to me was, "He's not mine. I sold him." And when the weather got really low and I had to run the horses into the barn, we had to catch him. And we finally caught him because he lost a halter and you couldn't catch him out in the pasture. He would turn his butt and kick at me, double-barreled. And so now Megan's being more active as an adult, as an owner. New Megan instead of Megan. I know there's, sorry. Trust me, it's hard to. M. Hale versus her. New owner is more involved now that she is not here as much, and Tina has agreed to help with the training that she did not do as promised, and she's making payments on Pony Baby, but yet it took her 4 months to come up with a sale contract, and now all of a sudden wants it within a couple of weeks. No. There's no reason you should be charging her this extra money when you're not following through on your promises of any of it, and you're not taking care of him. He hasn't had his feet done. The only time he had any of his vaccines done was when the rescue did them. I know for a fact that she hasn't vaccinated any of her horses except for one, other than what the rescue took care of. So, you haven't done jack shit. There's no reason you should be asking for this price, and I don't think she should get it all. I don't think she should get any of it. Here's your $500. Goodbye, see ya, nothing more. And you know what? He's on my property. I've been feeding him. I technically could claim him up from underneath of her ownership, I think, if I really wanted to be a bitch about it, too. This falls on that whole immaturity thing that we're, here, we'll just throw that in there for that. And, again, like Stacey said, in New York State, horses are seen as property, not pets, not livestock. So, he's in my barn. I'm feeding him. I'm housing him. I'm making sure the care is happening. And so I don't think she can touch him. So she can just go to hell. No, Charlene, she's a hoarder. She won't sell them. Ah, Rini, we could touch the abandonment clause. Yeah, we technically could. Sure. Yep. So, I'm trying to help M. Hale, the new owner, not being jacked out of this stupid price of money that Megan thinks that she deserves. You can do vaccines by yourself, and yes, you can claim the feed and board. Yeah, I know. Well, that's the only reason that she moved her horses out so frickin' fast, because I put an adjuster's lien on them and said, you owe me this much money or else I'm selling them. So, but new owner has been paying board with me, and so, like, I give her that much. And so since she's been paying the board with me, technically she's been paying me for the horse anyway. So you can do vaccines by yourself, but you cannot do rabies. And rabies is required in New York State. And my sister, even though she's a vet, she won't even sign off if I did my own rabies. So that won't happen. File abandonment charges. Yeah. So this is one of those other things that's been sitting in my brain that adds to the list of other stuff I deal with. So it's not just easy to have her walk out the door, of course. You know, she has to draw out something. So there's always something. So I feel that she's not going to be completely out of my life entirely until, like, another whole year. Off of all the bullshit. But like I said, I'm going to do my damnedest to try to help at least Pony Baby's situation. And I know people want me to try to chase down what she's done with the other horses. That's how we got our first horse. But rabies is just a shot fee. It's like $40. Yeah, but she doesn't want to pay for it. When you have 16 horses, you don't want to pay for that times 40 because it's too much money. Well, then don't have them all. And I know people want me to go chase down the other horses that she took off the property. And I can say we've had some scouting. But it's really hard, honestly. Because in one aspect, I don't want to deal with them anymore. And that's the horses. I don't want to deal with her. I don't want to have to deal with the fights. I don't want to have to deal with any of that stuff. Like, if I find them, I literally just want to call them into the SPCA and have them take action. Like, I don't want to get involved. I don't want to deal with it. Like, I really just want to just close that book and be done. And I understand people's wants and worries for them. And, like, I do too. And it sucks. And they should not be in this situation. And, yeah, Nancy, she's been paying me board. But I don't want it. I have enough to deal with. I don't want to deal with it too. She came onto the property with 5. Eli, Lionel, Doll, a black and white paint, the black and white mini, and a thoroughbred that is now dead. The thoroughbred had a medical condition. He shouldn't even been shipped up north. And she's a hoarder. And she thought for sure she'd get him surgery. With what money? He was here for a month. And she didn't do jack shit with it. And I said, no, just put him down. Like, it's not worth him going through this. And finally he colicked to the point where, like, we had to euthanize. And I think she just has that hoarder's problem of letting it go. Like, the hell is your issue? Think about the animals. Don't think about you. Yeah, well, and that's just it, you guys. Like, I want it just to be done. Because, like, I'm getting to the point that I don't even want to deal with her. And I don't want to deal with the bullshit anymore. And I don't want to deal with that. Like, I want to deal with the select things around it. I don't want to keep, like, fighting and dragging certain things out. And I understand it's not fair. And I understand the concern for the animals. And I understand the worry about, you know, their conditions and what they're having to deal with right now. Well, if, you know, like I said, if I find them and we know where they are, like I said, it's a huge secret. She's keeping it a massive secret from the world except for her close-knit circles. You know, she won't even tell Billy where they are. She won't even tell Billy where this guy lives. Then I'll call the SPCA on them and have them do checks and keep an eye on them. So, but like I really don't want to chase them and fight legal battles and stuff like that around it. I don't have the space for it. I don't have the space for it. So, and I know Erie County is hard on cruelty. Like, they don't tolerate it. So if there are people in Erie County, well, I don't care. I'll drive up there and take a look. I know where the fucking place is. Sorry, I'm in a mood now. Now I'm hitting that immaturity level of, like, whatever. So, yeah, I know, Pat. Yeah. Actually, Tina, I don't think they are. No, I know. She is sowing her own seeds, exactly. It is draining to deal with her. Yeah, it is. Elisa, that's that place that took the horse back to the dealer to switch for a pregnant one. I don't think they're there. One, because they don't have the land base to support that many more horses. Two, I was told that she had to go run fencing. And they had to transport a piece of equipment up to his place. They're in Erie County. I know they're in Erie County. So, no, she'll not negotiate. No, she's spiteful. She won't do that. So there's that. Not what I expected to come on here and talk about tonight, which that happens with you guys. So, yep, exactly. Stacy's right. She'll drain him out. She'll use his money, get what she wants for a little bit until it's not shiny and sparkly anymore. And then when it's not shiny and sparkly anymore, she'll move on to the next guy. And she'll leave him hanging and going, oh, you're fuck. Insert words. So, this will not be her last relationship. Guaranteed. Well, good, Devin. I'm glad you got your ice cream. So, but thank you. Get some sleep, and I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight. Not a smart move for her business work. Well, let's just say I don't think her business really has anything good to go for. I mean, I know our rescue's got stuff to prove, and that's why my mother keeps asking me, why do you do what you do? Why don't you stop the rescue? Elisa, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to try. Oh, why do you do the rescue? I said, because I have something to prove. I have people to prove wrong. I have people to prove right. I have horses to stand up for. So that's why I'm doing it still. As draining as it is some days, and as financially draining as it is some days, and as emotionally, mentally, and physically, everything else draining as it is, I said I have stuff to prove. Careful on the road, Cousin Dickie. Yeah, me too, Lori. Me too. Thank you, Steph. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, I have stuff to prove. So, exactly, Christine. And I think I've said that before. Like, even if those like few horses that we did save through the bailout, what I did, those 1,200 horses that I helped, it made a difference for them. It made a difference for the ones that we couldn't save, like, physically and their health, well-being, but, they didn't have to travel south, they didn't have to travel north, they didn't have to travel on another whatever. And, we got to end their suffering peacefully and give them a few good days. And while there's a lot more out there, what little bit we can do here makes a difference for them. Yeah, Tina's right. Don't tell me I can't do something. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm definitely gonna tell you what's what. That's for sure. Yeah, being spiteful is gonna come back at her. Like I said, I'm gonna try to make the situation bite her in the ass. That's for sure. So, yeah. Money, Brenda. She doesn't care about lowering. No, it's all about money. She doesn't care about well-being and health and everything else. How can she get her next dollar? Aw, Amy, I'm so glad. You were perfect for Charlotte. You're perfect for Charlotte, and I'm so glad that she and those hennies are doing well. I worried about those hennies with you at first, and I was like, no, she did good with Charlotte. She's always been good reputation. Let's try it. Let's see what she does with them hennies. And here they are. I'm glad. I really am glad, Amy. I'm glad. Karma will get her. I know. Yeah, Tina, right? Elisa, good. I'm glad you got your cat back. People are jerks. Why do people have to be jerks? Laying on her back isn't filling the bank account, right? Well, no, she's going to get it any way she can. Getting screwed or screwing others. Oh my gosh. All right. Like I said, I did not mean to go this way. This is not the intent of tonight's discussion. We meant to talk about maturity and is our behaviors mature? Yeah. Try. We try. Still crazy about my babies. This time next year will all be a memory. I hope so. A bad one that we're going to push away really easily. She must be on state assistance. She is. I know you do, Elisa. Well, it does kind of way fit the maturity talk for sure. To get this out and talk about it. Yeah, I know. I'll make us laugh, right? Well, like I said, it's one of those things that's been a stressor around here and a problem with dealing with things. Like, you've got to deal with things, and sometimes dealing with things is figuring out what that load that you deal with every day, and this is on that load of stuff that I frickin' deal with every day. Because I watch out the window and I go, oh, well, what is it today? Yeah. If anybody should be on food stamps, then we should, even though I think we wouldn't be qualified because of Jim's work. But I don't ask for public assistance through any of the fundings and programs and stuff. We're not on HEAP as much as we probably qualify. We're not on food stamps. We're not on welfare or Medicaid or anything like that. Even though, we are struggling and we probably could benefit from it. And I won't go for it unless it's like rock frickin' bottom. And I know that I'm close, but I'm keeping our like bobbing in the water type stuff. So need our support, and I for one need yours, raw community. That's for sure. I know. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate it. I do. And I don't normally open up about some of this stuff sometimes unless it's like one of these lives, because you're going into one of these shadow work lives expecting for the hard stuff. This is the hard stuff. Oh, I'll probably get some nasty text messages later, because every time I have a conversation like this, just like the last one where I said, oh, I'm going to get one. Sure enough, I did. I'll probably get either a nasty message or something else going, why can't you stop, Bill? Because you won't freaking leave. Go away. I won't have anything to talk about you then, now would I? I know, Renee. I know. Some people are like, well, just do it. It's there. Why? No. We're not there yet. My cupboards and my freezer is actually full. We didn't have to shop for a lot of it. And I can say that we're not going to go without food. The electric company got a little bit of a bill payment because of the work that we do. And the truck needs help. Yeah, right? Oh, well, did you get that? Then leave. Get out. I do deserve peace at this point. I can't wait. So, she doesn't watch this. She has minions that will watch it and then report back what they want to report back. Yeah. No, she'll have people watch and then they'll go in her ear. Because she tried telling me on one of the other ones that I was saying that Billy wasn't doing any of the work because he was sick. No, I said Billy wasn't in the barn or wasn't doing any of the work. And she was like, yeah, but he was sick. And I was like, yeah, that's what I said. So, whatever. And that's what I've said in previous lives. If you're going to report back to her, at least report back to her the right information, not bullshit that you think you're hearing. Come on here. Oh, I don't care, Christine. Honestly. I don't really care. I will repost it and then you can sit back and watch it. And then you can watch it word for word. Here it is. It's uncut. Truth sucks. Now don't it? So, it doesn't bother me any. I just laugh. I go, yep. Oh, that's expected. I don't know, I banned a couple of her minions from here, so they may not be able to see it. Because I don't want her to be able to see anything I do with you. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, Stacy. Yes, agreed. Agreed. So, but anyway, I think I'm worn down to the point now. Between my kids not having a huge attendance and them failing to follow through on the rental for today and this and Stacy making me figure out why do I feel a little bit lonely in that inner circle. I think my brain's about done. Yeah, that's never gonna happen, Rainy. She'll never have a change of heart. Always a gold digger. Once a gold digger, always a gold digger. Charlene, you quit watching. Well, you're not the only one from what I heard. So. Alright, you guys. Well, hopefully some of you guys got something out of this tonight. Whether it's the information and a giggle, or at least being able to be open and vulnerable with yourself. That's why I do it, honestly, is to be open and vulnerable with you guys, so you might be willing to be open and vulnerable with yourselves and maybe find something helpful for you. And I know some of you guys have sent me those messages, and that's why I keep doing this, because some of you guys are finding help with that, and that's awesome. Thank you. I'm glad that I'm able to help even the people that need it inadvertently. Yeah. So I'll be out in the barn tomorrow. Expect a barn chore live in the morning. Thanks, guys. Steph and Lisa, Charlene, thank you. Giggles, tears, and love. Oh, thank you. Wasn't much to watch. She wasn't on much. Yeah, that's true, Christine. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Corinne, Rini. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So sorry, brain had a jog here. Brain's thinking, sorry. Okay, so I have a thing I gotta make really quick tonight before tomorrow comes around. Taking the posters out with me, and yeah. Healing hugs, thank you. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah. So I've got one more thing I've got to make tonight to deal with her, because if her minions actually are on watching, they're gonna go, oh well, she's gonna do this about Pony Baby. So I'm gonna make sure I clarify that with things, so that way in the morning, come morning, I can go, Susan, you do matter. You absolutely do matter. Thank you. Church is play tomorrow. Yep, because I have to go get grain. Catch up with you all tomorrow. Absolutely. Okay, so I've got one thing to make. Make sure I take the signs out in the morning. Barn chore live in the morning for sure. Subscribers will probably have an option. Watching for an hour or so, as long as I have the battery plugged in. Did he bring? Oh, he did. Okay, good. I was like, did he bring those batteries in? You guys definitely are my therapy. Right. I know. No, I know. I know. And I love the barn lives. Don't worry, Rini. Now that the weather's changing a little bit, you'll have a lot of options to be able to watch Barn Lives for sure. You have to go get Gray tomorrow. Yeah, I've got to go too. I gotta go too. So, all right. So I got to do that tonight. That in the morning when I take the kids to school. Barn chore morning. Probably be out there all day. So yeah. So that's the plan. So, all right, you guys. I'm gonna hop off. I need to get some sugar rush in me a little bit before bed. And then, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. All the love and the hugs to you guys. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much. And, know that you are worthy and you do matter. You do matter. Every one of you guys do. So, thank you, you guys. Have a great night. Get some sleep. And we'll catch up with you in the morning for sure.